The news summary. Good evening. State schools have received donations of furniture, including new chairs and tables. This has enabled schools to reconvene classes with the normal intake prior to the pandemic. Since last week, all state schools in Seychelles have been functioning at full capacity. This means that all students and teachers were in the school at the same time. This has happened after the schools received some furniture to replace the old and broken ones. The head teacher at Pointe-la-Rue Secondary School and the head teacher at the Plaisance Primary School said that they haven't received all the furniture they needed, but the ones they have received was enough for them to reconvene classes as normal. The Ministry of Education will introduce a new diploma in special education needs as part of its policy on inclusivity. The new program will be offered at the site as of next year. Details of the program was given to the National Assembly during question time. The Principal Secretary for Education Services, Mana Yolante, said that potential candidates are post-secondary 5 students, in-service teachers without a diploma, as well as independent candidates. Teachers already holding a diploma and who wishes to specialize with a degree in special need education can also apply and be considered for overseas studies in view that this program is not available locally. The state cannot interfere with the role of SBC, and it is not the role of the government to defend SBC. Vice President Ahmed Afif, in his capacity as Minister for Information, adds that the country's constitution stipulates that SBC is an independent entity. He gave these answers to a question from the leader of the opposition, Sébastien Pillet, who wanted an explanation to the Assembly as to why SBC is not being impartial in line with the principles of free speech enshrined in the Constitution and in the SBC Act. Vice President Afif says that anybody who has an issue with SBC should address the corporation directly. The fishing industry should consider the initial investment of reusing a bycatch not as a burden, but should look at the benefits of reducing waste to improve long-term revenues. The Minister for Fisheries and the Blue Economy, Jean-François Ferrari, was speaking during the launching of a 3-day workshop on how to make the most of bycatch caught by purseners. The 3-day workshop is being held at the Eden Bleu Hotel and is being attended by representatives from a dozen countries in the Indian Ocean.
The key to extracting maximum economic value from these bycatch species is to ensure good management. Presently, there is still too much poor quality and unusable fish that finds its way to the dump sites and to the landfills. I hope that you take the maximum from this training, and I'm glad that it is happening in Seychelles. I know many of the countries in the Iora region are facing similar challenges. So let us share our experiences to ensure that our fisheries are fully utilized sustainably, and bycatch is not seen anymore as a burden to those that catch them, but rather a complementary opportunity.
The Ministry of Fisheries and Blue Economy held a research presentation at Montfleury School this morning to share their findings from a fishing initiative taken by the Pralais Fishing Association. Darrell Green, a chairperson of the association, stated that the research shows fish caught after the closing off period of 6 months were bigger and the numbers caught were higher. The Minister for Fisheries and Blue Economy, Jean-François Ferrari, says that the government would like to see other associations adopt similar plans.
What we have to do is to disseminate this information and share this beautiful story. And it is a beautiful story. It's a story of success. It's a story of grassroots initiative. And I really want the whole population of Seychelles to hear about it and to know that it is possible. You don't have to rely on government, you don't have to rely on other people. You can do, whether you are in the fisheries business, in other areas, you can do things on your own. You can manage conservation and industry. You can preserve and at the same time earn your livelihood from that industry.
And that's it for the news summary. We'll be back at 8 for the Creole News Bulletin. Bye bye for now.